The very first person that I ever downsized and moved was my mother-in-law. And I'm sure a statement like that probably puts a lot of you into like fear or panic. But I had a wonderful mother-in-law. I loved her dearly. She was much more of a mother to me than my real mom ever was. So for me, it was a labor of love to do that for her. I had been trying to get her to agree to go to a retirement home for a while. And when she finally agreed, it was only if I said I would handle everything for her. Now that sounds simple enough, except she lived in Buffalo, New York, and I lived in Southeast PA. So it wasn't like I could just do this on the weekends. So I, during one of the visits to Buffalo, had found a lovely place for her to move. I called, I made all the arrangements, and took a week off of work and went up to stay with her. So the first 3 days, we sorted through everything in her home. And I'm telling you this story because I want to make this easier for you if you are the one in the position of having to help a family member. Mom was not great at making decisions, let's say. She was very indecisive. So having to sort through everything in a 2-bedroom condo in 3 days was a lot. It was a lot for her. So we kind of developed this thing where I said, okay, I'm going to pick up an item. I'm going to say, you know, do you want it? Do you not want it? Is this a maybe? So it was a yes, no, maybe. Pretty simple. Now it helps if you know where they're moving to. For instance, I knew she was going to have a little tiny kitchen, but she was going to have her meals in the dining room at the retirement home. So the kitchen was just like if she wanted to make a cup of tea or, you know, have a little piece of cake or something like that, a couple little plates. So she had a hot pad, a little refrigerator, and a sink, and just a cupboard or two. That's all that was. So for instance, like we're going through the kitchen stuff and I would pull something out and Mom would go, oh, look, I have to keep that. Yes, that's a keep. And I'd be like, why are we keeping that? And I remember one thing was a little pan. That's what I make my lamb chops in. Like, Mom, you're going to go to the dining room. You're not making lamb chops. And she would laugh and go, oh yeah, I don't need that now. So it's kind of a matter of knowing what they're going to need, what they're not going to need, how much space are they going to have. So you just kind of go through things. And it's either yes, she has to keep it, no, she's not keeping it, or maybe. And the maybe pile, then you go through that again. And you just kind of have to be the voice of reason. That's what I always told my clients. I'm the voice of reason. I help them make wise choices. So it's a matter of saying, where are you going to put this in the new place? Do you really need this? And just kind of using common sense with it. But if you make it really simple for them, yes, no, maybe, it goes much more quickly. Even with someone like Mom who did not make decisions well. So if you're going to be working with a family member, keep it light, keep it simple, and let them tell you the stories that they want to tell you about certain things. But don't be confrontational with them. Just make it easy. Is this a yes? Is this a no? Is this a maybe? And I hope it goes well for you. And if you're enjoying my videos, I hope that you will follow me and hit that like button.